We are going to be doing nothing. Nothing at all. We are just going to watch every enemy and every boss die in front of us by other people's hands. In this run, we are being a pacifist. We're not going to fight any enemy. We are not going to damage any enemy. We are going to have other people do everything for us. So, with that said, now let's get the rules set up for this pacifist run of Elden Ring. Rule explanation mark. We are unable to do any direct damage whatsoever to an enemy. So, to clarify, that is an enemy. Any direct damage. So that means, like me walking up to someone and kicking them in the nutsack. That is direct damage. So we are not going to do that. But if I set up a pole and chase a guy to that pole and he gets hit in the nuts by the pole, that does not count as me hitting them in the nuts, and that still stays within the rules. Rule at sign. We can use any Ash summons and NPC summons inside and outside of a boss arena. So, to clarify that a little bit further, is pretty much anytime we can summon something, we will summon something, because we can't do nothing. Remember, this is a whole challenge. We do nothing and watch everybody else do everything for us. Rule C. We will play the game as it is intended to be played. This means no glitches, no cheats, no exploits, no summoning other players. So overall, that pretty much means I am playing Elden Ring with just the first two rules put in place, and we're playing this game as normal. The first thing we do is we meet the lovely, the beautiful, the blue, the dollish Ranni the Witch. Unfortunately, she is not as blue as our lovely Bushido Blue. But Ranni is very important here. She gives us our first Ash summon and the Bell of Awakening, the Ash Summoning Bell, which is our primary mode of causing damage and doing everything we can do in this challenge run. Now, everyone, thank Ranni for her beautiful gift to us. After meeting our lovely Ranni the Witch, we came up here to talk with Rodrika. Rodrika is the spear tuner. So she has the ability to level up our ashes and give us the strength that we need in our run. That makes her one of the most important NPCs we have in this whole run. With that said, let me tell you what I am currently doing right now. What I am doing, I am going to find the Godric Soldier Ashes. It is a very useful ash to have at this level of the game. A lot of people really bypass it, don't use it, because they find other stuff or they really don't use ash too much. But this is a very useful, very helpful ash at the beginning, because the soldiers are surprisingly strong and very well versed at this level of the game. And if you max them out or push them higher, they can go all the way to the end game with you. We are currently at the Castle Moon Rampart Way. So if you look behind me, you can see the Knight Cavalry. We are not here to fight him. We are actually here to grab a certain item that is right behind this merchant. All you need to do is go to this little lovely air plume. I don't even know what they're called. And you can grab it right there. That is our key item, the Great Turtle Shell. Yes, it's a turtle shell. Let me equip it and I will show you. It's actually kind of funny how it looks. I actually really like this because it has a very, very powerful ability on it. My character is not fully strong enough to use it, but I'm not fighting, so I don't need another hand. Its powerful ability is called the Barricade Shield. It increases the damage absorption and the guard boost on it, so you lose less stamina whenever you block. It is a great shield that everybody should grab and use. And when I am playing, I went to many different catacombs and places so I could grab the grave flowers and the ghost flowers or whatever they are called so I can level up my spirit ashes so I can fight. Yeah, as you see in this clip right here, I'm running around and the little gargoyles are kicking my butt. Yeah, they're tough if you can't fight them. And yeah, so I just ran around picking up the stuff, running away from them, and I really didn't care about losing souls or gaining souls because at this time I literally have not killed a single enemy and have only gained souls from enemies dying around me from some way or another. But it's a good way to get some souls and a good way to find some level up materials so you can level up the ashes and continue forward. And with 30 minutes of play, I thought I was good enough and have leveled up my ashes at least 1-2 times so I can fight a boss. So I come here thinking it's like, okay, this is the first boss of the weakest dungeon there is. Okay, yeah, they took a big hit, but they can take this guy out, no real issue. And they're still getting kicked. They smack him a few times, do some okay damage, like, alright, you guys are gonna kick some butt. And then they start falling apart. I'm like, what the heck, dude? I thought these guys are supposed to be a lot stronger. But then I remember I am still level 1. I have pretty much killed no bosses, no enemies, nothing. And then this guy pretty much nearly kills me, so I quit out and try to level up some more. After that defeat at one of the weakest bosses, I came here to the Deathroot Catacombs because I know there's some more Ghost Glovers and Grave Glovers just so I can use to level up my ashes, and I really don't have to worry too much about it being a difficult dungeon for me to go through. It's just a few skeletons that are running around, not much of an issue, and I can just run and grab all the level up material for my ashes. And the skeletons are easy to avoid. Just keep running. They run a little bit, but you're about twice their speed when you're running. They can't catch up with you, even though that there's a whole bunch. And then with this one, I'm also going to be moving, so I can open up the door so I can fight the boss later when my guys are leveled up a bit more. And then after that, I'm just going to get out of there because I don't need to be there anymore, and my guys aren't strong enough to really do anything, so I'm leaving. This clip right here really has not much to do with the challenge run. It's just something I noticed that was kind of cool. So I found the line between the red sky and the blue sky. Yes, the sky slowly changes, but still changes kind of fast, so you barely notice that it changed on you. So yeah, I'm at that line right there, and you can just see the sky changing back and forth in different colors. It's kind of cool. Now just watch it and enjoy. It has took far longer than I thought to trigger Malena to come here to give me to the round table, because all I have is level 1 ashes and they are falling apart quite easily because I'm not helping them, so they're taking the full burden, they're dying. But I've been running around doing everything I can. I have been unable to beat any boss to trigger her earlier. Now she is here. I swore I got like probably 30 plus graces. Now she's here. Now she's triggered. Now I can go to the round table and level up my ashes. Thank you for coming, but good grief. And after I visit the round table, got some levels up, I came over here to the Academy of Rey Lucaria. Mostly to just get the Carian Knight set. I like that set. It is a nice set. It is a classic knight armor mixed with the mages from Rey Lucaria here. So it is like that nice little medium of a spell blade kind of thing. Armor and magic. Great set. Love it. Beautiful. And on top of it too, I just kind of got sick and tired of seeing my character naked. And plus I needed a full armor set that I can get without farming because I'm not fighting at all. So I came here. Because I know where the set is, I'm going to grab the set. And then after grabbing the set, I'm going to be dropping down and trying to grab some items from the Virgin there. And then get tossed over to the Volcano Manor. So after I hit the Grace, I'm like, okay, I'll just die. I'll just wait for these guys to come here, kill me, just so I don't have to worry about it, and I have nothing to run from. To be truthful with you guys, when I came here, I was not intending to. I was actually just jumping down, trying to get some of the materials and the different items from where the abductor virgin was at. And I ended up getting caught by the virgin and getting teleported here. I really didn't even want to come here. So I just decided to run around, mess with a few things, and grab some items while I'm here. Because this can give me some somber ash or somber smithing stones that I can probably use for an item, because once I get the mimic tier, I'm going to level up a lot of gear and make that gear really strong, really powerful, so the mimic tier can use it. So I will be needing items and weapons so I can level that up and increase the strength on that. And then just poking around, grabbing other items. But this was purely not my intention, and this area is one area I don't want to be in, to tell you. It's difficult, it's not fun. And after being in Volcano Manor for a bit, I came over here. I'm trying to fight this boss. Yeah, when I was in the academy, I grabbed the mannequins, leveled them up to level 4. The mannequins are actually quite useful and powerful. They are more of a support class enemy and less of a actual fighting enemy. So if you're fighting and you want a little bit of support, a little bit of fire, they are great to use. And then when I'm fighting this shade, I decided it's like, hey, I'm actually going to be grabbing this spell. And the spell is Repulsion. It deals no damage, but it can knock enemies down, stop arrows, stop magic attacks. It is very useful. And then with the Mimic Ashes, attacking this dude is like, dude, or not the Mimic Ashes, but the mannequin, they're tearing this guy up. It's like, wow, dude, you are doing really well, and especially with me being able to occupy him by knocking him down, even better. And after I took out the first boss, I was real excited. So I wanted to get one of my favorite NPCs, and a pretty decent merchant is our buddy Patches right here. But the one thing with Patches is that you cannot summon ashes when you fight Patches, and there's no NPCs. So I quit out. I left. I got out of there. And when I was leaving, I ended up running into a red phantom. Since I didn't have any way to summon anyone, I can't fight, so I just ran from him. And decided to go to Cowlit after this, so I could grab the torch, the beast's torch. Then I came back to Limgrave, and then now I'm in here in the wolf's den with all the different animals. And then with that beach repellent torch, they're not touching me. They're staying away. They're scared. Like that wolf right there, you see, that wolf is scared of me. So trying to stay away. That is a good thing. And with all the wolves scared of me, I can just walk around, grab whatever I want from here. I don't have to worry about getting fought or any of these enemies at all, because I can't summon at this time. Remember, there's no little grave marker on the side that says, hey, you can summon your ashes to help you fight. And then I just went right into the beast room, the boss room over there with that beast, whatever it's called. This boss wasn't terribly difficult. I just kept in his way, and then I used my spell to knock him down. Every time I knocked him down, they had a whole bunch of free shots. It was real easy. They took him out quick. I'm talking about quick, and it's like, okay, these guys are a lot more powerful than I thought, so I kept them around, and I kept using them because they were good. And after taking out that boss, I decided, hey, I'm going to come over to Coastal Cave and take out the bosses and probably get Bach the tailor so I can have him freely customize my clothes, because I don't want to pay 500 so I can customize my clothes. And once again, having some higher level ashes, I'm able to tear up this boss and his little minions. Yeah, I was there taking a few hits, blocking, knocking the bosses down with the repulse. But dude, these guys are tearing up. Just because I'm able to distract some of these enemies, knock them down, these guys are eating people alive. Look at that boss. That boss is straight up melting. I don't know about you guys, but at level 7, with no weapon, these ashes are kicking some butt. Well, these ashes are like level 4, level 5, but heck, my guy's still able to knock them down, do some damage, and kick some butt. And then I ran over here to trigger the next one just so I can have more, but the next one was already right behind me fighting them. So I had to protect my ashes. And with that all said and done, I needed a few more materials. So I went to a few different dungeons, taking out some bosses and getting some more materials, more talismans, and whatnot, so I could carry on and continue what I needed to do so I can be able to actually beat this game at only using the Spirit Ashes only, because this is a little bit more difficult and tedious than I thought it was going to be at first, but it was actually quite enjoyable too. I'm having fun doing this. And with me having fun, I am learning a lot about this game and how the Spirit Ashes work. Because with this boss that I'm fighting right here, the Black Knife Assassin at the Black Knife Catacombs, this assassin was just blocking, dodging 90% of the shots. It took me a bit to take out this boss. It's like 5-6 minutes, so it's not terrible, but it's just annoying seeing 90% of your shots being dodged and you can't do anything to stop this guy. So with that, I was learning some limitations of the summons and different things that they could do and cannot do. Like this boss, they really can't fight a boss that can dodge. Yeah, I was able to kill the boss, but hey. And then over here, I'm fighting another boss that's slower, that doesn't dodge much, and yeah, they're eating this boss up. Yum, yum, yum. I'm able to get some more materials and some different things. But I learned that I need a different summon. Something that can actually fight. Because the summons I have, they are purely just there for support. So I decided to get the Headless Knight. Headless Knight is a beast. She's tearing stuff up, eating people alive, and showing who is really the boss of all of this. And as a Headless Knight being a boss, I decided to try taking out the dragon over in the Ehil Lake. And I found out that, yeah, she is very powerful, the Headless Knight, but I also needed to heal her. So I learned a few spells, and then I just stay away from the battle. And then whenever she needs healing, I go up there and heal her. Because I'm able to heal groups of people, heal things like that, and help out my Ash so I can be able to do some stuff. And then with that, we were able to take out the dragon. So I am learning a lot more. And with me learning a lot more about that, I was actually able to go here and take out Margit. Margit was not as difficult as I thought, because I have a higher level Headless Knight, and I was also able to summon Sorceress Roderick. Or Roljay, I don't know how to say his name, he says it like twice in the game. Okay, and Roljay dies, and then now I have only the Headless Knight. Headless Knight is not taking too much damage right now. Well, she was taking some damage, but I was constantly able to heal her, keep her from dying. Which is, I'm surprised that, like, my ashes can be healed by me, and I can keep them out a lot longer than I thought. So I am playing a pure support role with them, helping them out, making them stronger. And then she takes out Margaret, and then now I am able to push forward into the castle and continue more on, because he is the first skill check and I was able to pass it. And with passing that skill check and going through all of Stormvale Castle, I am finally here at Godric the Grafted. I'm going to need to kill this guy so I can get his Great Ruin. That helps. So I had Nephili come help me fight, and I summoned my Headless Ash. And yeah, the Headless Knight is powerful, really good. And I was able to play the support role the whole time and help out the group. Heal them up when they need it, stayed away from damage, didn't have to worry too much about stuff. But Nephili fell apart easily. She didn't have too much defense. I healed her a whole bunch, but her life was kind of low. Well, a lot lower than the Headless Knight Ash, and she was weak. So she eventually died off, and I kept healing my Headless Knight, and the Headless Knight was able to get a real close and be able to take out Godric. So I was able to beat multiple bosses and take out Godric without fighting at all. I'm being a pure pacifist, pure healer for this run, and then now Godric is dead, thanks to my Headless Knight and my great healing powers. After taking out Godric, I want to take out other bosses, so I fell over here and messed with the Duelist. Duelist was real easy with the Headless Knight. She took him out real easy. Then I came over here and messed with the Red Wolf so I could get a Memory Stone. Since I'm using spells, incantations, I need a place to put them. So I came here to fight him. I used the Mannequin Archers, and for a bit I thought it was going to be one of those where I had to restart. But I was able to heal up the mannequins, and the mannequins did decent damage to the wolf. And just as long as I kept healing them and distracting the wolf, they could tear up the wolf. So I distracted him, and then he tried to dodge, and they were able to tear him up, which I was happy about. Okay, and then now, I am here with our buddy, Blide, the Wolfman. In the Wolfman fight, I could not summon any Spirit Ashes. I only had to rely on him. With practice of fighting the other Bloodhound Knight, I was able to constantly knock him down, and Blide was able to just eat him alive. Thank you, Blide, for your very strong sword. After I had Blide out and all that different stuff, I decided to go down to the Atlas Plateau so I could get another summon. I wanted to get the Lindell soldiers because I like them. Big shields, big spears, lightning damage. And then I have no clue how I ended up into this dungeon. I just ended up here. So I explored around. It was clearly too high of a level for me. And my guy wasn't really that strong. I didn't know what to do. So I was like, you know what? I'll just keep pushing on, seeing what I can do, and if I can beat anything else. And then I fell into the boss room, the Frenzied Duelist. I'm like, oh crud. So I summoned my new ashes that are level 5 right now. These guys are great. Yes. And then also too, before I came here, I got the Shibriri Woe Talisman, just so I can get some aggro off of my guys. So I'm right here pulling off aggro as these guys fight him. And then another thing too that I was thinking of is that since I'm fighting this guy, I grabbed another spell. It's called Poison Mist. It does absolutely no direct damage to any enemies. What it is I am placing a cloud there. They are staying there, and eventually they will get infected. It is different from the Dragon Breath, because the Dragon Breath is actual damage it does when it hits, and then it applies the effect on top of that with what is happening. So with that, I was able to poison him, and then my Lindell soldiers were able to kill him. This guy was tough, and I was actually kind of surprised that the repulsion worked on him so well. And he just kept going to like the same move over and over, where I could clearly tell he was in a way where I could knock him down. So yeah, like I knock him down, go near him, and then he just keeps doing like a move like that. I can easily able to tell. And then my guys tore him up. It took a little bit, but he wasn't the worst boss there was. And my Spirit Ashes are getting stronger. The Lindell guys are great, able to take so much damage, have a great shield to reduce damage, and a spear where they can literally poke out. They can have their shield up, blocking, and just keep poking out. Eventually, these guys did kill this boss. And then now, I want to find some other incantations, other spells, other things I can do that I can prevent, that I can like put effects and stuff on enemies without dealing damage to them at all. So with that said, and thanks for watching part 1 of beating Elden Ring as a pacifist. Like, subscribe, share, help this channel grow, help a community build up around here, and remember everyone, most importantly of all, always love the Kellown. You all take care now.